So I understand that, I respect that, but she needs it.
Can I answer you now?
So, yes.
Do you qualify, give you a response right away? Yeah. So, and it's really because I taught body talk system all over the world for so many years. And when we really dive deep through linking awareness journey, adventure, and observer, and listen to what we could call priorities of what that, we're going to say an animal right now, or a sentient being we call an animal, what it's asking for in relation to a modality, because Reiki is a modality, and the shift that it's looking for. And, you know, I love Reiki. I've been to Mount Kurama. I've been where Usui downloaded. So, you know, I've got this joke, I've been to the mountain. But sometimes it's not the priority modality. And so if you've learned other things, it's about how to calibrate yourself to receive what that cat, dog, horse, gerbil, human being is asking for in your toolbox. Certainly the body talk system was a great way to teach people that, but we also teach that through our different linking awareness courses to honor the inner wisdom of, or the body intelligence or the innate wisdom of that other. It knows what it needs help with, and it's not always something that we've learned. Or maybe you learn 10 different things and it's not always the same one. There's nothing to do with Reiki's no good or Reiki's better. It's just simply the innate wisdom of that animal, your cat knows that's not what I need right now. So then how do you start to learn to calibrate those priorities in relation to things that you already have learned that maybe the cat is asking for? And if you haven't, how can you refer out or ask a colleague? And how can the cat tell you which colleague and which modality? Does this help a little bit?
Yes.
Great question.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Reiki doesn't take care of everything. Nothing does. Correct. You know, it's like a beautiful quilt or a puzzle. Yeah.
Yeah.
And does that create another question for you?
Well, since it was my tool, that's what my go-to.
So it's a good chance that what's your cat's name?
My dog's name is Bella.
Bella. So maybe Bella is just making sure that you start learning some other things or activating some different frequencies. And Reiki's taking you to a place where you're ready for learning or being activated to different concepts or modalities or frequencies.
I would give my right
Good
arm
messenger, Bella.
to come up and learn with you.
Well, you know what? You know what? I'm thinking you're right arm. Cancel, clear that. Just pretty soon we're going to also put, right? Yeah. We're going to put online a really powerful collage vision workshop that we have. We videoed it. We're going to make that available soon, so you can use that as a means to manifest your ability to be here with us for sure.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'd love to add to that it's so nice when we know the no, that when we know that our animal or a sentient being is saying no, and like to be able to kind of swallow that ego pill, like, what, you don't want me, or to even be able to discern, like, how do you know, how did you get to know that? So clearly that's showing and sharing that you're ready to level up, as we all are to a certain degree. So nice. I'm so happy to hear that. I've had a lot of
the never-ending leveling up.
That's right.
30 years, I'm still leveling up.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It's a journey. Yeah. Awesome. Thanks a lot. That's a great question, Catherine.
Yeah. Quick, someone else asked before I start rambling. Just, yeah.
Is it just going to someone just start talking?
Yeah, you could do that too.
Okay. Andre has shown himself or no? Because
yeah,
I keep
yesterday.
Okay. I was picking stuff up, so I wasn't sure. So thank you.
For those of you that don't know, Andre was a partner of mine for 10 years, and he left his body 3 years ago on November 13th. And I know you want to know how he did, so I'm going to tell you. It's not private. He was having an amazing orgasm, left his body. Huh? In my arms. Oh, yeah, in my arms. Oh, yeah, in my arms.
Yeah,
that's
not
right.
someone else.
No, it wasn't someone else's. It was my arms. So he got his ultimate wish. Yeah, thanks for honoring that for everyone who's listening. Yeah. Thanks, Chantal.
So can you, in class, when you say you can see people's questions hovering over their heads, can you feel questions hovering here? Come on.
Yeah. Show me the names. I'll tell you who has a question.
Oh my goodness. Okay,
Just
we
move
have
that
to
little
move this.
squiggly thing there. Scroll up. Up. Gee. Up. This one here.
Georgiana, you have a question.
Ask her to unmute. Hey, Georgiana.
Hi.
Can you hear us?
Yeah, give me your craziest question.
Can't hear you.
Can you unmute?
There we go.
You were on and
I do have a serious question. I've been in dialogue with
Yeah.
my golden doodle, and I'm trying to get an answer as to whether or not she wants to have puppies. Because she's in heat, and I found the perfect, well, according to my vet, the perfect stud to mate her with. And when I ask and meditate, I get conflicting views because she's never had a litter of puppies before. That's a good one.
Well, she's saying yes, it's her duty.
Is she?
I'm not into, she's like, just for the record, like, first of all, I don't promote a lot of breeding and stuff, but I can
Neither
tell you
do
very
I.
clearly, she thinks it's a yes. Yeah,
That's
I
why
know,
I
she
think-
thinks it's her duty. So
When I actually
therefore,
had
can you
her an
ask her
appointment-
why does she think it's her duty?
Okay, because I did have an appointment to have that done, and she flat out told me no, I'm not. So I will work on that with her.
But what part of her, ask her what part of her thinks it's her duty. I don't know her breeding lineage. Is it maybe coming through her breeding lineage making her think she's supposed to have puppies?
I don't know. Maybe so. Yes. Because her sire is a very sought after male stud poodle. Yes. Maybe that's why.
Yeah. And the female, her mom?
She is a golden doodle who lives to be a mama. She loves to have
Let me see
puppies.
it.
And
So then your next conversation would be, why do you think it's your duty? And then help her untangle the probability or possibility that it's not a duty, that's a genetically downloaded program or belief system.
okay.
And,
Absolutely.
do you
will.
want to talk about Nova?
I want to talk about whatever you want to talk about.
Short?
Wow. Yeah, okay, I'll start. So Lucia has the blue-eyed Perlino mare that I assume, or if you have not met her online,
I
you
have
can
met
find her on
her.
our Instagram post.
Yes. I don't see
Yeah,
Instagram.
so Nova's been talking. Okay. Nova's been talking, so we've been hearing about this baby that wants to be born, that she wants to have a baby
For 8 years.
for a long time. And so her history is that Nova's mother was no longer, but she was a PMU mare, which is the mare's
No, her mom's mom.
her mom's mom. Nova's mom's mom.
Yeah.
I thought it was Nova's mom.
They never used her for PMU. She was bought as a PMU baby.
Her mom was bought as a PMU baby.
Mhm.
So this is how far back that
Yeah.
genetic memory goes. So please take it over from there. So I'm here now.
PMU horses were used for pregnant mare urine to create birth control pills for women. And so the mare would stand in a tie stall and be impregnated. And then at 4 months, the foal would get taken away because the only time they could use the urine was during pregnancy. And then they would create birth control pills for women. Most of you listening probably have taken them at some time, Premarin or whatever. So anyways, finally, the PMU ranches did their own research on using the urine, found out it was cancer causing, and they shut themselves down. Thank goodness. But for many years, but for many years, there was all this breeding of foals and then getting ripped away from their mom at 4 months. So in Nova's genetic memory is this, the mares are supposed to have babies and I'm supposed to have a baby. I want to have a baby. So we've had to track back with her. Where did this belief system come from? And is it a belief system that wants to be deleted, or is it really in her best interest to have a foal or have a baby? And that, so we've been listening for 8 years, and it's been a very interesting, deeply ingrained belief system through the genetics, through the grandmother.
Wow.
So yeah, and so we could even talk about third generational belief systems here, which is in humans.
Okay, can I run this past you?
Sure, run.
I have an autistic granddaughter.
Mhm.
And my intention when first searching for a pet for her, a dog in particular, my intention for Rose, my girl that I have, was to keep her 2 years and train her as well as I know, because she's such a great communicator. And Addie is mostly nonverbal and wide open. In the back of my mind, before her and I created this fabulous relationship, it was kind of my intention for her to have a puppy that would help my autistic granddaughter maneuver in life. Could I have impressed that upon her when she was just 8 weeks old?
Absolutely.
That might be it.
Because, well, and Jordana and everyone else that's listening, when we get into deep esoterics, there is no dog.
Exactly.
It's your desire to be present for your granddaughter in any way you can, and to share that through. And so then, lots of ways to look at it now.
Thank you.
And I'm not saying it's not okay. I'm not saying that you shouldn't gift a puppy to your granddaughter. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying that when we start looking at it in this way, what aspect of you is the assistant to your granddaughter? And is it a dog?
Maybe. Whoa.
And is your granddaughter really autistic?
Yes, she really is. But she has, in a session that Gulez and I had, she shared with me that my great grandmother, can I talk about this, Gulez?
You can talk about whatever you want. You just
My
Yeah.
great grandmother sits on the, like, for lack of a better term, the Federation of Grandma Weavers. And
Council.
there you go. And so there's a sensitivity that runs in my family. And I have 7 granddaughters. And I was the only female born in my generation to my side of the family.
So the
Is there
Pleiades is
something
also
I
known
need
as
to
seven
do?
sisters.
Is there something in your opinion, I need to do more to help them find a safe place to express what they need to tell me so I can give them the kind of understanding they need to exist in a religious community that probably would frown on that? Not that I care.
Well, you know the Pleiades is called the Seven Sisters, hey?
Now I do. Shut up.
I'm being pretty quiet as it is.
Yeah.
Well, and then there's this thing that Juno has been expressing to me about the mama connection and feeling what Odalina feels about that separation and missing her son, and he had to go, but Judo's an empath and he leads with his heart. So he's missing his mama.
Okay. Yeah.
But Montaro says not yet.
Yeah. So Georgiana, I'm just gonna get us back on track. I know that there's a few other people that have questions. I know that there's an email that I need to respond to at some time for you, and with that,
they're telling me we didn't hold up our end of the bargain.
Yeah. And so because we got a big group. Yeah. So we'll take this privately so we can open up the floor for other people.
Love you lots. Take care. And oh my, Lucia, we've got to talk, girlfriend. Thank you so much. Wow.
Thank you. Okay. Thank you. Good question. There is no dumb questions, people. I know we all have really good stories to tell and share, and we all have, I think, very similar stuff that we're going through right now. So it's not disqualifying what Georgiana is going through, because there's an aspect of her in all of us that's being asked to be shared and seen right now. So in the email, I did send that to pay attention to what comes up, because there will be a ripple effect. So this is basically an online session, if you haven't already caught on to that. So, bring on the more questions. Thank you, love.
Thank you. Nice meeting you, Jordana. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and it's interesting because, no accident. You knew that question had to be shared.
It was a priority question.
So it's a priority question.
And I like the crystal on your crown chakra there.
Yes, I can write out. Okay.
I'm not going to think about anything else when I see that. It's a crystal.
Oh gosh. Okay. Any other questions out there? I know that someone has a question. I don't know why I keep going to Stanka.
A second. Hello.
Hi. Hello.
Hi. Good to see you.
You.
I just have a question. Not sure if it has anything to do with all of this, but because of COVID, right? It's a lot of pressure, a lot of stress around us. And I really want to change my reality about this. It's tiring, it's drowning. Is it just a matter of turning off the news and okay, we're good. We don't have to worry about anything else.
I don't know what's news. What is that? Take everything with a grain of salt because a lot of untruths are being put in media right now. And listen to your heart. Your heart knows. You know, what we're facilitating is this wisdom of the heart brain. And within the heart brain, we have another tiny little brain that has the overriding wisdom. And so the deeper we get within the concept of communicating in that way and listening to our intuition in that way, we can start to filter out the untruths that are being programmed, that have been programmed in the so-called past and are being programmed in so-called present right now. And then we start to have a higher capacity to discern what we're hearing about anything. I mean, you just ask Mr. Google a question, you have to discern if the information you get is on animal communication or anything is clear or not. And so with this concept of COVID, without spending time during this hour and going down the deep state and things like that, use your discernment. Not everything they're saying is true.
That's right. Okay. And I have another question. I'm not sure again.
I could only tell you that all the antibacterial things people are using on their hands. A buddy of mine, Dr. Kevin, whatever his last name is around here, he's our acupuncturist. We were having a chat about all this hand stuff that's going on. It's for bacteria. If this thing is real, it's a virus. It doesn't kill viruses. So they're making everyone put all kinds of toxins on their hands for bacteria. Like, this is, even if there's a viral thing going on out there, you can't kill it with the antibacterial stuff. I have microbiome stuff that deals with viruses. It works great, but not antibacterial. So there's one untruth right off the bat. And like, okay, ask something else now, or I'll get riled up. Yeah.
Oh, I think that's okay. I wanted to ask a question about my cat, but it's probably just a matter of time. She keeps on bringing live rats inside. And I just wish she would just take care of them outside, I guess, because I end up chasing it all over the house and it doesn't really work,
Well, sometimes when the cat brings something, it's a gift. And it's sometimes the cat seems to know what within you needs that as the gift, not the snake or the mouse or the bug, but it brings the rat. So then one of the ways to see if you could get the message, if you can't communicate non-verbally with your cat, is to look up the consciousness of rat. And what does why a rat? And if you look up consciousness of rat, you'll get an interesting message. And then possibly when you've received this message that the cat's trying to give you by bringing you a rat, then the cat will go, oh, whew, I don't have to bring rats in here anymore. Let's see what the next message is.
Okay, so I'll check that. I think I know what it is. I have a fear of rats. And I think that's what I have to deal with. I have to exactly deal with that. Here you go.
This came up in a class a while ago. One of our students named Heidi.
Just recently.
And it went right back to another lifetime where she was a part of this whole bubonic plague that happened, and this viral thing that's going on right now has a bit of a consciousness like that bubonic plague, and all these people that died and all that. But anyways,
weren't you even surprised that you even remembered the word bubonic plague?
Oh yeah,
like you were like,
yeah. So here's one: rat, efficiently successful. And I'm going to say you are level-headed, Stenka, alert, highly adaptable, and self-assured, with much business acumen and shrewdness. You are a superb survivor, who can scavenge something of value out of anything. You are always on top of everything, and you are in complete control of yourself. You are highly resourceful, and you are at your best in crises. You love a good challenge, so you can vanquish other obstacles. You are an astute realist with an uncanny eye for detail and an excellent memory. You are prudent, and you have an excellent foresight. You pursue your objectives with methodical precision and unobtrusiveness. You endure and persevere, and you are very hardworking. You are intensely irritated by laziness, idleness, and wastefulness. All of this results in your achieving the top in your endeavors. You have had many successful undertakings and have become quite wealthy. Oh, right on. As a result, you enter exclusive clubs and the like. You love money and luxury, and you enjoy creature comforts, and you see that they have them. So the bottom line is, what a great thing your cat knows about you by bringing you a rat.
Oh, super.
So this is really cool because, you know, when we automatically go to, oh, there's something bad. There's something bad we got to see. The animal's making us showing us what needs to be changed. But this is such a great example of something within yourself that is asking to be acknowledged, where it's not a bad thing or perceived as a negative, where it's actually a positive aspect that your animal, your sentient being, is showing you about yourself. And I wonder after this, if you acknowledge that, what kind of shifts are going to happen for you and everyone else listening, because
it's a mirror for all of us, right?
Yeah.
And it's so interesting because your initial question was about this concept of COVID and should you be worried and scared? Well, I think the rat just told you got it handled.
Yeah.
Oh, you rats.
Yeah. And I also wanted to add, when Stanka was talking about that discerning, again, that intuition of what to listen to and what to not. And a lot of people ask me about linking awareness journey and the adventures, and like, do I need to have an animal for it? And this is what it is for. It's for being able to discern the truth or a truth that is in alignment with us. So again, going back to what I've been studying for the past 5 years, especially the last year in particular, where there is no difference of discerning between what to listen to about a virus perceived or what to listen to with a horse or a cat or another human. So,
well, ultimately, the linking awareness journey, adventure, and observers start out sounding like an animal communication class, but I have to tell you, it's not true. The animals are co-facilitating us to remember that we all have this innate ability to have very clear intuition and subtle sense awareness, and that's how they thrive and survive. So they are actually helping us to remember those capacities within ourselves. Are you good, Stenko?
Yes, this is amazing info.
So I guess
It totally makes sense. Everything you guys said, totally. It clicked.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. I thought I was watching your eyes rolling around. That was good. Awesome. Great question. Thanks.
this is working out great. People don't even need to raise their hands. Hey, your turn to pick someone.
What's that?
It's ready to update. All right, we're all ready to update.
I
don't know.
have a question, if I can come in.
Hi, Hartley.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello. I think you know. I would turn my video on, but my camera doesn't work. So hello.
That's all
I
right.
would
You have a
do that
little picture. I
otherwise, but I
can see
can't.
it. Oh,
I've got a headshot there. I was just wondering, obviously I've emailed you both recently about my mom's dog, and it looks like he's probably gonna pass in the next month. And I think I was just wondering, you know, do you have any I I don't know, advice or things we could do daily to try and get that connection of just connecting with the animals, because I'm not super new. I mean, I practice channeling and things like that, but I have sat with my animals, and it's a different frequency that I'm not quite I'm just not getting anything from, and I want to respect what the animal needs and how they might want to go, and I wish I could just like get that information from them. But I guess in general the question is like, what is something we can do daily to better develop that?
Yeah, and I think the first thing I would want to say is sometimes when that other or the subject or the animal is so close to us, sometimes it's hard to get that clear connection because we have so much emotional attachment and belief systems.
Yeah,
And
for
then
sure.
sometimes so as you've done is to reach out to some other communicators. Sometimes that is the powerful thing to do for clarity. And as
Yeah.
far as the daily is going into this concept of taking the breath. And when you take this, your in breath, but your first focus on your out breath is to imagine that out breath is going out through the heart area, and then breathing in through the heart and breathing out through the heart. And then practice that for a few times, and all of a sudden send that, we'll just say that rainbow cord to the heart area of your dog, the German Shepherd, and start to breathe in the essence of that other. So in this case, your mom's dog, and breathe it in and breathe it out. And it's a form of tantric breathing, really, where there's a sending and receiving of energy, of breath, of information, and then quiet yourself and just see what kind of arises in your awareness, in your ideas, your thoughts, your smells, your taste, your visuals. See what kind of pops up for you, and don't try it and do anything with it right away. Just do that heart breathing with the other.
Did we lose you?
That I
Oh,
get that. I think no, I'm here. I was just thinking. I was also
Yeah.
I'm trying to join on my computer. Oh, hold on.
Yeah, so that's one thing I would suggest. And however you do it, even if you say it verbally and your mom can say it verbally, I can't remember your dog's name.
Seeger.
Yeah, Sigurd, give him permission to go. Oh, hi.
Yeah, that's what I told her. It's really my
mom.
mom's little baby. And I told her, I was like, you have to tell him you can go and I'll be okay, because I think, they like to take care of us so much that it's hard for them to go. But
Well, and even if she says it verbally, she's not a so-called animal communicator, just say verbally to Seeger, you have permission to go and show me clearly if you need help. And they will.
yeah, I think, like you said, it is hard
Really connected to them, that kind of gets in the way. In a sense, just because you're emotional. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Just
wondering how to better connect, but that's all. Yeah, that's all good.
Yeah,
info.
try that tantric breathing, or what do you want to call it? Rainbow heart breathing, sending and receiving of information. And bottom line is, hug him lots till he's ready to go.
Yeah. We will, for sure.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks. Yeah,
Thank
good
you.
question. Someone else pop in. Do you want me just like to pick another one of you again?
I'll
do
go.
Random.
I'll go. I have a question. Can you? Oh, I just turned on my video. Can you see me?
Awesome. Yeah. Hey, Kara. I love your. Oh, those are awesome baskets.
Bowls. Thanks.
Yeah, bowls, baskets.
So I'm new to all this and new to you guys, but I'm loving it so far. So, and I have 2 dogs, and I have a question about each of them. So my first dog, Gunner, he's been showing that he's been in some pain, what I think is his lower back. And we've tried a variety of different things and changed his food, and he's seen a chiropractic vet, and we've had x-rays and all this stuff, and now we're doing some acupuncture. But I just didn't know if you could tell really what was going on with him, and if it is his lower back and what's happening, and if there's anything we can do to make it better for him.
Was he in an accident a few years ago?
No.
I think he has upper cervical trauma.
I'm sorry, what?
I think there's possibly that there might be an upper cervical trauma in the first 3 vertebrae. And depending on what kind of level of practice the chiropractors do, they may be focusing on the sacrum and lower back, but it's possible that the actual adjustment is in the atlas and C1 too.
Okay.
So it depends on the chiropractic training where they're focusing, and some people like to focus on the symptom area, but it's actually not where it is coming from.
Okay. I think.
And
right
I'm not
now,
into telling that. Huh?
Oh, I think right now we're not going to do any more chiropractic vet appointments for the moment, but I have a lady that comes to our house, and she's doing some acupuncture, or now maybe just acupressure. I don't think he really liked the needles, but so.
Well, you know what? I think we have one of my Lincoln Awareness Journey facilitators online with us. She's a veterinarian in Indonesia, and I would like to highly recommend you ask her for a remote session for this dog.
Okay.
She's amazing. We'll send you her, and I know she's freaking out right now. And I did that. Hey, Dr. Octalie from Indonesia. She's an amazing veterinarian and amazing animal communicator, and also remote healer. And for some reason, it's coming up strongly that she will be able to create some support remotely for you. So we'll give you her information.
Okay, that'd be fantastic. Wonderful.
Yeah.
And then my other dog, Annie, we found out that I think she has some arthritis in one of her toes. So I didn't know if also like the best way to help her with that, with the pain with that, if that's
Dr. Annie. I'm doubling up.
Yeah, right.
What? Yep. When you talk to Dr. Octalie about your other dog, talk to her about this toe. Maybe the nails are too long. I'm the dog groomer. Remember what I told you? Okay, can I say it?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not gonna say about your dog.
And you
just did.
Yeah, you did.
So something a lot of people don't think about is when the dog's nails get too long, they're walking on their nails so much, it puts a lot of pain at the nail bed. And it's one of the many reasons to keep the nails trimmed. But a lot of us don't know how to do it, and we don't take it to the groomer or the veterinarian, so we don't have them properly trimmed. And so as soon as they get long, and so sometimes it's possible that some of this pain in the rest of the digit is to do with the nails are too long. So it's just, regardless of whether that's the case with your dog or not, it's just something that most dog owners are not aware of. And then, okay, we're talking about that, right? Randy, you should be talking about this stuff. You're the vet. Check your dog's teeth. So many dogs, when I check their teeth, they're very full of tartar and infections at the gum line. And those infections can go systemic, and they can affect their eyes and their heart and the whole immune system. So please go to your veterinarians and get their teeth scaled once a year, especially small dogs. Bigger dogs usually are okay, but especially the medium to small dogs. Check your dog's teeth, because with all respect to my veterinarian friends, some of them don't check teeth very well. And as a groomer, I got to check their teeth a lot. Anyways, here's a couple of housework things.
You were going to show me how to do it properly today too. Yeah, right? But then it ended up being 4:30 somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think it's quite, you should talk more. I'm talking too much tonight.
No, that's looks like you're having a beer and talking.
No, it's not beer. It's like blue bottle. It's a blue bottle. Obviously, we're totally into integrative medicine. And what that means is consciousness-based energy medicine. It means grooming, training, veterinary medicine, sometimes pharmaceuticals. You know, we really support integrative medicine, and that's why, well, that's how we met Dr. Rani, is by going into Indonesia and working with the Veterinary University of Bogor, and realizing how powerful having integrative practices is. So make it known, we're all about integration. This is not alternative what we're doing. It's integrative or complementary.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. Thanks, Kyra.
Kyra, I'll send you her information after.
Okay, great. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I have another question, if I can. I don't know. I'm just curious. Okay, so I was thinking, I don't know what made this pop in my head, but like, can you talk about animal noises and the way they communicate with us? Because one of my mom's other dogs, he's a German Shepherd, I always like, he's so, if I don't do anything, he's super cuddly and sweet, but if I go and kiss him like on the nose, he goes, and I'm like, what? Oh, I just think it's funny because I likes to be close. But so I'm like, I'm just curious, like what are ways animals communicate with us through noises? And
yeah,
obviously I try to pay attention to like body language. Like if it's okay, cool, you don't want to be pet, it's all good.
Yeah, for me, well, for me, there's 4 phases of communication. And the first phase is light and information. So energy, nonverbal information. Then we'll see them communicate with their eyes. And then quite often, or not, sometimes not, they'll communicate something verbally through their voice. And then after that, we'll see them communicate through their body language. So for me, it goes in those orders. And how to discern what their verbalizing means. Some of it we can put into categories. You know, a growl means this, and this kind of growl means that, and a yip means this, and we can. But then there's other times when it's just none of that. It's as if they're doing a form of sound communication or sound healing. And if you haven't already seen a video that Lizzie put up, one of my horses, well, once again, Nova, who sometimes will go into an altered state and she'll start making these crazy sounds. She's not sleeping. She's using frequencies of sound to shift things, kind of like a sound healer. So it's not, you know, it's not actually a question that we could answer directly. This means that, this means that.
Right.
It's quite individual, even though, you know, I wish Dr. Rani could talk about cats, because she's a specialist with cats, and there's lots of different sounds that cats make that are very purposeful, aside from when they become sound healers. Yeah. I don't know. I can't answer you directly yet. Enough you can, but it's a good question.
It's a great question. And I get your voice in my head, like, don't kiss the animals. Don't put your face, because, you know, as a professional, it's like, I don't know.
What does kissing have to do with noises?
Well, because she says she kisses her dog on the nose and he growls.
No, she said he makes that sound.
He makes the sound.
Yeah, like on this, like on his little snout.
Yeah.
I'll just go kiss like on the, not on the nose, but like on the, you know, on his snout. It's like the nicest place to cuddle. And then it's not every time. So I'm always like, what is it that bothers you sometimes, and what is it that not, and maybe I just shouldn't do that.
Like, is he a pug? Do you have a pug?
I have a suggestion. Why don't you ask him before you go and do it? Because, you know,
a pug?
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
There's time lag.
Yeah, there's a bit of a time lag. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can now.
Yeah. Okay. I was just suggesting, ask him before you go in and do that. Ask him if it's okay. Ask for permission, because it's like anyone coming up to you and right away going up into your space and.
I was gonna come along and lick your face.
Right?
For sure.
So ask permission first, and it'll be interesting to see if that shifts
For sure.
anything. You know?
I think
Yeah, I
it's a
think
really good
that-
comment.
I
with-
do, if
when
he
it comes
does,
to
I
the
do
children.
always,
We got a time lag.
We do have a time lag. It's okay.
to
Yeah, when
children,
it
is
comes
that
to
what you
children
said?
and animals, too many people forget to ask permission to touch and to cuddle first. And animals are the same.
Oh yeah. Oh my God, yeah. And I do, anytime he does it, I say, okay, sorry. It's like, didn't mean to.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a big one. It's just like walking dogs down the street and someone coming up and automatically, why does everyone want to go and pet your dog's head? And you'll see the dog like kind of duck. Like, why do we don't go up to each other and start touching each other's faces when we see each other. So,
But people do it to kids.
and people do it to kids.
Not okay.
Yeah. So,
You know what's,
yeah.
yeah, I agree. Okay. No, it's good to know though
Cool.
also that, each noise is not, it's like a human, like each noise doesn't cover every dog. Like that doesn't mean like that's what that means. So,
Yeah, when I do sessions, my former dog his name is Link. If I would miss something intuitive in the observation of my client, he would have a specific voice he would use to go, hey. It would be kind of like, it'd be kind of like, hey, you missed something. You would never hear him use that voice any other time. Kind of sounded like that.
Oh, it wasn't in this.
It was loud.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So like that.
yeah, it is just like it's learning another language.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's the only way that they can get our attention, to pay attention to what they already were trying to send us information non-verbally. It's like part of their charades game, right?
Sorry. Someone who has, thank you. Sorry, Hartley. I think we have one more. Time for one more?
I'm fine.
Yeah. And someone says down here, I think I have the guts to prep up next. So
good.
I see that Trish is on. And if Trish, that's you.
Oh, it was me. It was
Go
Nada.
ahead. Oh, it was Nada. Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. I have a question about.
We'll get right to you.
What's that?
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Okay.
No, I was just telling Trish because she popped up and we'll go to her next. She'll be our last. Go ahead, love.
I was just going to ask, I've been getting a lot of imagery of different animals when I'm treating and being treated. And I was wondering if you had, like, I know you had your little book just now about rats. Do you have one that you recommend us to have on hand versus just Googling and getting sketchy websites?
Yeah. I really like this one. And it's by, oh shoot, that's weird. It's by Narayan Singh.
Okay.
And Lizzie will send that out to you guys, okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
And just a side note, Narayan Singh, or now he's going under the name of Michael J. Lincoln. And he has messages from the body, messages from your vehicle, messages from your appliances. I mean, the list goes on because everything is a reflection of self. So even if my truck goes wonky, it has to do with something within my system. And so some of his books are available online. And so like messages from the body, I just have on my iPhone to use. Messages from the animals is not online yet, but they're well worthwhile getting. They're great.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I had a second like baby question. My dog is annoying only when people arrive at the house.
We don't know what you're talking about, do we? Yeah. No. We have four or three. How many we have?
We had four.
Four here.
Oh.
Doing that.
Yeah, he also, like, I have 3 kids and he nips them when they're being annoying to him, and I understand it. So I'm probably not the best owner because I don't get mad at him about it. I think he has like a right to do that. Okay.
What breed?
Yeah. But so what do I do about this annoyingness about the people arriving in? What's that?
What breed of dog?
He's a Havanese Maltese mix with a pinch of Yorkie.
That's so cute.
He is really cute.
Yeah, it would be so cute. What's your question, caller?
That's him. Can you see him?
Oh, sweetheart. They're so sweet when they're sleeping.
Yeah. No, he's Eeyore. He's half asleep. But yeah, so no, there's no real answer, is there? That's just who he is. He's just that guy.
Are you talking about barking when people come in?
Just the extreme excitement that I can't, it's just extreme. Like he's jumping up to their knees and even biting their knees.
Depends on how much you want. Like, so I was talking earlier about integrative things, right? And so obviously part of it is training and behavior modification. So then it depends on how much time you have to do some behavioral training of how do you meet people at the door. And one way you can decide to have a mat, a small little mat, and your job when people come to the door is to sit and wait for people to come in, and you don't go crazy saying hi. So you can train that by having a bowl of treats there and a little mat, and the job is you run to the mat and you sit and you look all pretty and you get a treat. But then you have to enlist, but then you end up having to enlist your guest and say, please ignore my little cute dog if he's not, and so you gotta let them know beforehand, because as soon as your guest reaches down and goes, oh, so cute, that's rewarding the behavior. So then what happens is your little doggy believes that's its job.
Right. So
to do that behavior.
Every patient that comes to get treated from my home.
Yeah, what do you do, by the way? Yeah, what do you do? What do you do?
I'm a massage therapist, becoming an osteopath.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, right on. So if it's with your clientele, you could have a cover letter that goes out beforehand, says, hey, I got this awesome dog, please don't touch him and whatever. Until so then it is a bit of a retraining, because now your little dog's doing the perfect job. Because it believes it's called what you allow, you train. What you allow, you train. And so by being busy and not being able to do something about it, you're allowing it, and they think it's their job. Okay. You also breed traits, because there's certain breeds that they bark a lot and they do those little things. So there is some breed traits. But even if it's a breed trait, if you take the time to train, this is your job when people come to my office. You go here and you sit and you do that, and you do it quietly, and you get rewarded. And that's one of the times I'll bring in food training.
Okay, cool.
But you as a trainer have to be willing to do that process.
Okay. Thank you.
I hope that helps a bit.
Yeah, it's the
nice.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you.
Yeah.
I met Nada at the retreat.
Awesome. Yeah. Nice to meet you too, Nada.
Yeah, I'm
all right, Trish.
To see you in person.
Thank you. Hi.
Yeah. You're in Vancouver. Yeah. Hi, Trish.
Grateful to be here, learning so much. I think this is my first phone call on. I had a question about my dog, which is a pug. I don't know if you picked up on that earlier. I have a pug.
Oh, no.
A pug. And they're about 5 years old, and my partner and I had recently separated, so the dogs have been separated also. I'm wondering if you sense any sort of just like anxiety or a separation anxiety amongst them, and how we can best support the dogs when they aren't together. Try and keep them together.
What did you say the other dog is?
A Labrador Retriever.
And are they, do you have a custody battle?
No, not at all. No. Yeah, we're so, we're still a beautiful relationship. So.
What was your question?
Oh, whether if the separation, when they're separated, if it's having an effect on them energetically, emotionally.
Yeah.
Like separation anxiety or.
Right here. How old's your lab?
They're both almost 5 years old.
Has the lab ever had kidney stones?
Sure. There she is. Relaxing.
Has she ever had kidney stones?
No, not that. No.
Bladder infections?
Stones? Bladder. Yeah, she has a. Yeah, she's on special food.
I think I'd rather recommend a session because Dr. Rani has the ability to diagnose. I don't, because I'm not a veterinarian, but I would, it would be cool to have a session that supports the kidney, the right kidney.
Oh, okay. Okay. Thank you very much.
I'm not suggesting that there's a problem. I'm suggesting it might be a good idea. Maybe there's too much sadness in that kidney. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Kidneys, from a Chinese medicine perspective, can hold the energy of fear, but not sadness.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Is that like their anatomy? Oh, their anatomy is it somewhat similar to human anatomy also?
Yeah, exactly the same. Kind of, if you stand your dog up like a human, it's pretty well the same.
Okay.
And if it's not, Ronnie's going to tell you it's not. But if your horses don't have gallbladders, by the way. By one thing I know.
Anatomy, I know.
All I can tell you is because in Lincoln Awareness Journey, Dr. Rani, Lizzie, and myself in that entry-level seminar, we're teaching you how to use your subtle senses in person and at a distance, how to pick up information. And we teach you how to start to individuate your subtle senses. So your inner vision, your smell, your taste, your hearing, and also the capacity to feel something with your hands holographically, but also how to feel something in your own body that belongs to another, but to use your body as an empathic tool, yeah? And so what I was doing while I was listening to you is I was just imagining what your dogs feel like in relation to your question, and what I felt was a strong pain in the medial aspect, the upper aspect of the right kidney. And so that's I just want to tell you why I was saying those things, that I can't diagnose, but I can say that I was feeling a restriction in the right kidney. So that's why I'm suggesting if you ask Lizzie or Dr. Rani or someone else, I'm really busy, maybe to focus a session to help support the urinary system for your lab, and then, because we also teach in the Lincoln Awareness Journey about how sometimes the animal kingdom, particularly dogs, will sponge up frequencies in the household or take on something that actually might belong or partially belong to another person in the household. And so then when you ask one of us for session, we can also sort of help to find out if this dog is taking something on for one of the two of you. So then, you know, one person changes and heals and we all do simultaneously. Cool.
Cool.
Thank you.
Good
Trish.
question.
Yeah.
All right. We've gone a little bit over, but hey.
Well, that's normal for us, right? If
That's
you
great.
come to our classes, like if Lucia can finish before midnight, we're pretty lucky.
It's really interesting though. It is. I keep bugging her. I've been following her classes or seminars for 5 years, and I've heard the same, not always, but her stories, and it's riveting each and every time, because it's like, I don't know, you'll just have to join us one day. Good stories. I'm like, and then what happens? I know the ending, but say it again. It's really good.
Because they're true, that's why.
That's probably why. And and maybe this goes back to what we talk a lot about of like embodiment and showing up in person. And it's like every time you share a story, I feel it in your essence, and that change that you observed within self and around you it's almost like igniting that change again in me, and I can hear it 1,000 times, but it keeps on having this change within.
Well, and you know, it's like when you read a book, and every time you're a different person and you read the same book, it's like it's a different book.
It's so amazing.
Because
true that.
As the listener, your change over the years too, your perception is different, and so there the book or the story or the movie, all of a sudden it has different meaning.
Mm-hmm.
So that's also why, you know, in our seminars, we really encourage people to, we call it monitoring, or come for the second time, the third time, the fourth time, because it's never the same. Mm-hmm. And our framework is the same, but depending on who shows up and where it is, it's always different.
Always different. Yeah.
So magical.
Yeah, truly. 5 years in, and I'm Aquarius, I get bored easy. So the fact that I keep going back says something. Yeah. We have a class before we end. There's a seminar class, Linking Awareness Journey in Kelowna. What's those dates? Do you remember the dates off the hand?
January.
Yeah, in January. Sorry. I believe.
I got my calendar here.
That's good.
On purpose.
That's good. Thanks, everybody.
So on November 21 and 22, I'm doing what we call Linking Awareness Observer group sessions. We do 7 private sessions in a day, and then observers can watch the sessions, and everyone gets a ripple effect change in relation to the sessions they're watching. And these ones are in person. I'm going to start doing them online, so if and when we do them online, I'll let you know. And then the Linking Awareness Journey is in Kelowna at Huckleberry Hollow, January 8, 9, 10.
Yeah.
And if anyone wants to come and they're coming from out of town, we certainly can help you find lodging and stuff like that. And, you know, if you want to have these kind of seminars in your area, get a hold of Lizzie, get a hold of Dr. Rani, myself. We actually travel. If you have 12 or more people interested, we'll travel and come to you. Yeah. So that's another thing that we want you to know as well.
Cool.
Yeah, we know how to fly under the radar.
Yeah. Put on our spaceship suit.
Sorry, the one in Kelowna, is that the one that's more entry level if we're getting into this? The January one?
Yeah, exactly. It's 3 days, and it's entry level, we'll call it, and it's a prerequisite for Linking Awareness Adventure, which is a 4-day, and those two are the prerequisite for Linking Awareness Observer, which is a 5-day.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, it'd be great to see some of you there in person.
It's on a horse farm, so we'll get to be outside with some horses on 1 or 2 of those days.
In the snow with the horses.
If it's not too cold.
Well, I have my new Carhartt.
Get your Carhartt.
I got my Carhartt, like, what do you call them? Winterized.
Not a overalls. Onesie, it's an overall, yeah.
She wears the onesie.
Yeah. Yeah, lots of fun to be had, and I see that everyone is pretty much still on. So thanks for your time, everybody.
Mm-hmm.
The more we keep showing up for these, the more that the ripple effect is gonna.
It's great.
Go out there.
I think you need to make it an hour and a half, though.
You think so?
I think an hour is too short.
Yeah.
Because now I know people are getting unshy, and now more people have questions.
Next one, I'll be posting. I'd like to have one of these once a month, just to keep it going.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Stay
and
tuned.
then invite your friends. Like there's no prerequisite for this. Anybody's welcome anywhere in the world. This is I like a huge thing about online, but I'm liking these onlines. They're awesome, and we're doing them all over the world now. This is kind of weird, but it's cool.
It is weird. And Dr. Rani is in Indonesia. I think she's in Jakarta right now.
Yeah,
She's
Dr. Rani's going to
so.
start doing some podcasts out of Indonesia.
Love you, Rani.
Woo, woo, woo.
Yeah, so from all over the world, thank you.
Yeah, thanks a lot, you guys.
This is recorded, so I'll be sending this recording out. So you can share it with your friends or not, or whatever you want with it.
Do whatever you want. You can even delete it if you want.
You can even delete it.
And we won't even feel offended or nothing.
Not even.
I'll cry though.
Yeah. It'd be a good excuse to cry. We both, maybe. I need a good cry these days. I don't know about you.
Is that what you call it? Right?
Not I got it.
Yes, love it.
It's called authentic vulnerability. I'm going to some retreat this weekend. It's all about authentic vulnerability. They don't know who they invited.
Right. They have no idea. You're going to be teaching it.
No, I'm a participant.
No, I know, but
yeah.
Love
you guys. I'm pumped to have met a lot of you, and we'll figure out this, whatever you call that thing, where you can see lots of people at once.
Oh yeah, the gallery view. I don't know.
Yeah,
we'll see.
We'll figure that out.
Maybe this time not 20 minutes before we start.
And I'm texting Rani. I'm texting you to stay online. I want to talk to you for a minute.
Okay,
Dr. Rani.
Okay.
All right, there she is.
Yay! Everybody, this is Dr. Rani Otatalye from Indonesia.
See, it's bright there.
Can you say hi to everyone?
Hello, everyone.
Well, all right.
She's just pretending to be shy. She's the most amazing veterinarian and amazing animal communicator, and we're so blessed to have veterinarians on our team. Thank you so much, Rani.
Yeah, really. Everyone still wants to be on. Look,
see,
nobody wants to hang up.
Everyone probably has a question for the veterinarian.
I'm like, what's next?
You ready?
Just so you know, Lucia does mentorships up here. I'm just putting it out there.
Yeah. We'll let you know about the mentorship program. Okay, Dr. Rani, can you come back on for a second? I have a question for you.
Oh my God.
Why do you think it could be beneficial for veterinarians of the world to learn and remember how to communicate non-verbally with the animals they work with?
Okay, I don't have preparation to answer this, but well, first of all, I'm shaking. Okay. Well, first of all, even though we train as a vet and we train how to, restrain them, but most of the vets still, don't have their heart to approach them. But that's the most important thing. If you're a vet, is to how you approach animals, and also, do you understand what I'm saying, right?
Oh yeah, I do. I don't know. I think our other listeners are understanding you very well.
Yeah, because when you learn about this linking awareness, it tells you how you how you observe and approach animals and also humans with your heart. And it's important when you want to work with animals. It's really important. And when you learn about nonverbal communication, if you're a vet, you can before you doing all of that stuff, inspections, listening, and all of that treatment, by sending and receiving information, it makes a lot of easier when you do that. By the, let's say when the client, when owner and animals come to the clinic, that's the moment when you can start sending and receiving information directly to them, and it will make approach easier. It will make your work easier, and it's not directly what's the disease are. No, linking awareness is the nonverbal information is to help you to direct you to do diagnose, but it's not help you to diagnose directly. It just help you what to do next and what do you need to focus with. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think it's really clear. And was it you that was telling me something like you have a client and it's a dog, and you were showing the dog non-verbally, you just need to draw some blood, and you show an image that, I'm going to take your leg and I'm going to put the needle in, and I will do it nice, it won't hurt. And then the dog understood so well, he just put his paw out waiting.
Yeah, you can share what's in your mind about what step you want to do with the animals, and they will do it. Apa sih? They will help you, actually.
Yeah. So honoring the animal as a veterinarian and explaining to them what you're doing and why you're doing it takes away a lot of the fear, and then they all of a sudden engage with you in a really different way, don't they?
Yeah, and it's also helping the owner, the guardians. You can feel how the guardians is stressed, or they afraid, or they fear, and you can help with the situation, and it's also helping the animals itself, right?
And do you sometimes notice when the guardian brings the animal in and says all these things about what they think is wrong with their animal, and then when you listen to the animal, do they sometimes tell you something different?
Yes, it's also important because not every guardian tells the whole story, right?
Yeah.
And basically, when it helps to hear the guardians too.
Mm-hmm.
When you observe the whole situation.
That's awesome. Right on. Thank you so much for sharing your perspective. And your English is good. Wow.
There's a lot of things in my brain, but it's hard.
Well, none of you would want me or Lizzie to speak Bahasa. Terima kasih. Sama-sama.
That's about it.
I know. Nasi goreng. I know one you really like. Durian, please. More durian.
Durian.
We were just talking about how much Lizzie does not like the durian fruit in Indonesia.
She just needs to longer stay here.
Yeah, right. Especially right now, it's snowing here. There's snow.
We'll make a deal. You're going to come in the winter one time, and we're going to come back in the sweatiness.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and all of you that are still online, thank you for staying on with us and meeting Dr. Rani. And we're really excited for when we go back to Indonesia. Some of you will join us with the elephants and the orangutans. And I'm sure Dr. Rani's got some interesting other locations for us. I can't wait to come back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right on.
Cool.
Good.
Oh, it's so nice to see you, Ronnie.
Nice to see you too.
Yeah. Yeah. And everybody else again.
Yeah.
So on. I know these are so interesting. I know. I don't even want to go. Yeah.
I'm going to say goodbye.
Okay. You say bye. I got to go feed horses. Bye, everybody. I will be sending out a recording and lots of love with that too. So
thanks a lot.
Mwah.
Yeah. Terima kasih. Thank you, Rani.
Okay. I'm actually going to end
I'll see you on WhatsApp, Rani.
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 Bye, everybody.
Ciao.